Coming to you live from the Hedron fields of Agadim on the plain of Zendikar, this is Tap Tap Concede. Welcome everybody to Tap Tap Concede. Casual discussions of casual magic. As it says.
Casual. That's fun to say.
We're super casual.
Casual.
It's
The
all
most cash.
cool.
So who are these four cool cash cats?
Who are these cash cats? Well, I am Graham, and it is a pleasure to talk to you.
I'm Kathleen. It is a pleasure to talk to you too, even though I will probably be leaving halfway through this podcast. I have somewhere to be.
How dare you?
I know.
James,
The
who are you,
worst.
James?
I think I'm James.
Yep.
Oh, I got it right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good guess.
Oh, thank God. It's always really embarrassing when you get that one wrong.
And I'm Paul. And if you're wondering what's up with my eye and how I'm talking, please check the Loading Ready Run Lurecast for earlier this week.
Yeah.
So not to get into it right now.
Boy, I am looking forward to this episode. We're going to talk a bit about playing some Magic at PAX with some fans. Some ridiculous Magic we played with some Wizards employees at PAX.
Yep.
And speaking of PAX,
Let's crack a pack.
let's crack a pack. Now, this is one that we got given at PAX. We got many booster packs given to us at PAX. Jeez,
Yeah,
that
PAX
is wow.
South.
Yeah, it is.
The Penny Arcade Expo this past weekend in Boston. Many packages of Magic cards were given to us. This one by our friend Zach, who's a longtime Loading Ready Run fan and Magic player. And this is a 10-card pack from a dollar store.
So you know it's good.
So this is from, I'm sorry, not just from Zach. This is specifically from his site, which is it's hard to read from the thing.
Anotherletdown.com.
Yeah, I could tell that, but it's hard to read from the marker that's written on this. Anyway, Another Letdown, which is videos that Zach and his friends do that I believe was inspired by us, which is
Hooray.
neat. What this is, which is those of you who are watching might be able to tell, this is a dollar store repack. So they take 10 cards. There is usually a rare in these too, and they just bundle them together into a... Wait.
I'm going to open it while you're
No.
explaining.
I wanted to do something. Because you see how puffy this is?
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to let James try and pop it.
Ooh,
Oh, okay.
Slam.
All right.
It's super puffy. Come
I'll
on.
do this away from the mic.
I believe in you.
Whoa. Wow.
That was so loud. My
Oh.
ears are ringing, and that is going to be deafening to everybody at home. And
I was
so
not
sorry.
expecting that.
Oh, wow.
Jesus.
Wow.
Whoa.
All right.
Like, literally, my ears rang.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
Cool.
All right, worth the price of admission right
God
there.
bless that airplane that did that to that pack.
Presumably, yeah. So this is something I would not recommend buying these. Like they're $1 each, I think, if you get them.
Hey, wait until we go through the pack here. There may be some
Yeah.
good stuff in it.
I've seen some of them. Like you're not going to expect to like get like your money's worth necessarily out of the packs, but you can do some fun stuff with them. Like I saw on the TCG subreddit, some people got a bunch of them together and did like drafts with them.
Yeah.
Because there would be no like inter-card synergy or whatever.
No.
So
See,
we're going to look through this.
Like, I was sort of hoping that the employees of this dollar store might not have that good a grasp on what are the good cards.
We'll see. All right.
Let's find
So-
out. All right.
Let's go.
The first one is Bouncing Beebles,
Nice.
which is from one of the Urza's sets. I think it's Urza's Saga. I'm not sure. The one with the hammer.
It is the only bouncing
Legacy.
card.
Urza Legacy.
Urza's Legacy. It is a 2/2 for 2 and a blue. Bouncing Beebles is unblockable if defending player controls an artifact.
Wee.
Let's just move along.
All right. Now, from 10th edition, just plain old straight 10th edition, we have Root Water Commando, which is a merfolk. It is a 2/2 for 3 that has Island Walk. That's it.
These guys are the same power toughness and the same casting cost. But
Sweet.
yours is... I don't know which one's better.
Probably the
They're both
Beebles.
conditionally unblockable.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's going to come
Yeah,
up
one
more
has Island
often.
Walk, one has
Yeah, the Island Walk
Artifact Walk, basically.
Artifact Walk.
I'm not rushing to put either of those in my deck.
All right, we got Viashino Runner.
So this is from...
This is from 10th edition again.
Were the Vioshinos only in Ravnica, or are they just also in Ravnica?
I think they were also in
Oh, okay.
Ravnica.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're in
they-
Ravnica. There's a Racketeer.
Oh yeah, this
isn't
is from Urza's Destiny originally as well.
there? Yeah, and 10.
Yeah.
It's from 10th edition.
All right.
What's
Yeah,
he?
right, I should actually say who he is. He is boring. He is a 3/2 for 4 for 3 and 1 red. And he cannot be blocked except by 2 or more creatures.
It'd be better if he cast for 3, because by 4, they might have 2 creatures on the board.
And then the flavor text is said by a goblin. It moved this way and that way, and then before I could stick it, it jumped over my head and it was gone. Said Drula Goblin Raider.
So this guy's a madcap skills is what he is. He has madcap
he
skills.
has the mad skills, yeah.
For 2 extra colorless, you get 2 toughness, and it's a creature now.
All right. I have the Phyrexian Hulk.
Oh,
He is a 6 mana artifact for a 5/4. That is it.
When
Wee.
was he most recently printed? New Phyrexia?
Yeah, that's the new Phyrexia symbol.
Was he around before? Oh yeah, he's definitely.
He's been
around.
reprinted a bunch of times.
Is that the one?
No, but is that the same artwork? Yeah,
Yep.
it is.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh.
It's yeah.
I have from Rise of the Eldrazi. I have Narcolepsy.
All right.
It's a creature enchantment aura for 1 and a blue. Enchant creature at the beginning of each upkeep. If the creature is untapped, tap it.
That's actually pretty good.
So that gives you the interesting part about that is that it does give you a chance to tap your creature during your upkeep in response to this trigger.
Right.
So your creature will untap and it will immediately retap. But if it has a tap ability that somehow benefits you,
Yeah.
you can tap it in response. I don't know. Most of the time, it's just going to tap your creature now forever.
All right.
Ooh, an uncommon from Innistrad, Demon Male Hawberk.
Ooh.
That one.
It is an artifact for 4, and equipped creature gets +2/+4. But of course, to equip a creature, you have to sacrifice a creature. Flavor text: it comes off as easily as your own skin.
Ugh. So yeah, you just have to straight attach it
Oh,
to
this is
summon
on
forever.
our sheet, isn't it?
Yes, it would be on the uncut sheet outside. Paul.
Yeah.
Paul?
Gross.
It's all
Oh,
bloody
this is
and nasty.
This is an old friend. Armored Scob.
Oh,
Wee.
also from Innistrad.
Yeah, he is a 1/4 for 3, 2 colorless. Let me just bring him up here.
When he enters if I recall correctly, when he enters the battlefield, you mill yourself for 4.
Yes.
All right.
When he comes into, so he's a 1/4 for 3. When he comes into the battlefield, mill yourself for 4.
Mm-hmm.
And the flavor text is literally made for battle.
Which is hilarious.
Literally.
A lot of blue in this pack.
This is an interesting one. This is our rare. The Noetic Scales. Noetic. Noetic. That's the one right there. During each player's upkeep, return to owner's hand each creature that player controls with power greater than the number of cards in his or her hand.
Oh, weird.
That's a weird card. Yeah.
It's got 4.5 on Gatherer.
That's weird.
That's a weird card. I don't really know how to
I wonder.
evaluate
that one.
Mirror Adapter.
All right.
This is from I'm gonna say 5th Dawn.
I mean, if you want to keep the game
No,
running
this
slow.
is from. Sorry, this is the sword. This is original Mirrodin.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's 5th Dawn and Darksteel are the ones I always get confused. The helmet and the sword, or the helmet and the shield. But the sword is Mirrodin. Mirror Adapter. 1/1 for 3 colorless. Artifact creature. Mirror Adapter gets +1/+1 for each equipment attached to it.
Wee.
Kind of
poopy.
Kind of poopy.
Let's it's like the more like in Scars there was a whole bunch of the guys that got enhanced when you put equipment on them, right? All the guys that like started flying or whatever when you put equipment on them.
Yeah, because of Metalcraft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Final card.
Mask of Avacyn from
Oh.
Innistrad again.
Wow, that's a
Equipped
lot of
creature
artifacts.
gets +1/+2 and has hexproof. Equipped for 3.
This pack has 1 red card, 4 blue cards,
And 5
and
artifacts.
5 artifacts.
Worst pack ever. I want my money back.
Luckily,
Yeah,
it only cost
weirdly
$1.
heavy on the artifact.
I don't know
Yeah.
if I was taking this, I would just take the narcolepsy.
Zach and the guys from Another
So-
Letdown gave us a couple packs while we were there that were much more interesting than this one.
Yeah,
So the bouncing beebles would be a really good pick in this because there's a ton of other artifacts.
it's true.
Yeah. Yeah, if you open this pack first, you can be like, man, there's 5 artifacts. I'm going to take these Beebles.
Yeah, that's a good thought.
I mean, or maybe the runner to cut red, green, white, or black. Like, if you take the runner and you pass this,
That's true.
all that's left is blue and
Blue
artifacts.
yeah.
Yeah, it puts a pretty strong signal there.
The runner
Yeah.
isn't horrible either, so
So
interesting.
that was the cheapest pack we have ever cracked on Tap Tap Concede, clearly.
But now,
The most expensive
The
pack.
most expensive pack.
Dun dun dun.
Dum, dum, dum. James, tell us about this pack.
this, for anybody not watching, is a pack of revised. So when we were at PAX, I was wandering the show floor the first morning, and one of the booths, I can't remember which one, had 4 packs of revised. And I was like, ooh, I should buy one of those for Tap Tap Concede. And then I hesitated, and I walked away. And then I came back, I believe, the next day on Saturday, because I was like, okay, I got to do it. I just got to suck it up and pay the money and buy the pack. So I did it, and now we're going to open it.
I'm just taking a
How
picture
much did
of
it cost you?
It cost me $40. So I am really hoping that I open up a dual land,
That makes me sad because
because that's kind of the only way I'm going to make my money back.
revised
Well, let
is
James open it.
Oh, I'm going to.
revised is what I started playing. Like that was
Yeah,
that was
that's-
the first,
this
that was
is-
my literally my first starter deck was the revised
Yeah,
starter deck.
that was exactly
And
the same
now,
with me.
if I had kept all those boosters, they would be worth $40 each.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure is more than I got from them at the time.
Absolutely.
Remind me of the order. Went alpha, beta, revised,
Alpha, beta, unlimited.
unlimited, revised.
Revised,
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, this was the 4th.
Oh, this one doesn't have. Fancy,
No, it doesn't.
Fancy flavor. It's
No,
just
it's just this is
Alpha,
magic.
It was alpha, beta, and then unlimited was just alpha, beta, but printed mini copies of. And then revised was like, oh crap, a bunch of the stuff in unlimited doesn't work.
Yeah.
Let's make one that is proper.
Magic the Gathering is a collectible fantasy trading card game from Wizards of the Coast, featuring over 300 different cards. 300.
You can't have 300 cards in one game.
What do they have now? 20,000 or something?
I don't
There's
know. If
300 cards per set.
I don't know if it's.
Yeah.
I think it was like 15,000. I can't.
Some are
remember.
fairly common, some are uncommon, and some are rare.
I like that. Part.
Every-
Some are mythic.
Every player
Not-
has
not
their
back
own
then.
individual deck. Challenge your friends, but remember, your opponent isn't defeated until the last life point has been taken.
Nice.
And now remember, and these ones they don't actually
So-
say. They don't actually tell you which one's the rare and which one's the uncommon.
Now, early packs with this white plastic, you were able to sort of like see through them a little bit and kind of like see what the cards were. And I think they addressed that for this. I know that it's pretty rough to buy like alpha and beta packs
Yeah.
these days because people can have seen through them, but I'm having a dickens of a time. Like there's enough light that I can see through. I can see the light through it, but I don't think I can actually see what card that is. So
They
I
just
don't
have,
know.
Like a
I hope-
flashlight or something.
I hope that you didn't get
A pack of dirt. I mean,
pack of
chances
dirt, but
are
I
it's a pack
can't-
of dirt.
I can't see.
It's very possible.
I can't see anything.
Dirt is what you want.
So the
land.
The Power 9 is not in revised, correct? But there's 10 dual
There's
lands.
10 dual lands that I could open here. So we're gonna open this up.
Slow roll that, of course.
Absolutely.
Oh, if you can. I don't know what order things are in.
Yeah, that's like 20-year-old air coming out of that
Oh,
pack.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right. The first magic card, Control Magic.
Oh,
For 2 blue, you control target creature until enchantment is discarded or game ends. If target creature is already tapped, it stays tapped until you can untap it. If destroyed, target creature is put into its owner's graveyard.
Let's get the right one
Gotta
here.
get the white
Yeah,
border.
gotta
get
There
the
you
white
go.
border.
The
That's
sweet
pretty
white
good.
border.
People like that card.
It's Control Magic is a seriously OP card.
Yeah, Control Magic, like they've tried time
It's-
and again to make it work.
Like it's now worth at least 5 or 6, the same ability.
All right.
Not bad.
Next card.
Ooh. Swamp.
Yeah.
Tap to add 1 black mana to your mana pool.
The trick is which swamp.
We'll just click on Basic Swamp, and then you're looking for.
We don't need to show them a swamp.
Wait.
You're looking for
wait.
one of the R's.
One of the ones an R.
That's
it.
the one.
That one. That swamp.
I think that's my favorite swamp, actually. Like that's a good one. The little stick there in the front.
All right.
Check out
Next.
the alternate tap symbol.
Yep.
Yeah.
Early
It's a
tap
little
symbol.
T on its side there.
Yeah.
Next, Shatterstorm. 2 and 2 red. All artifacts in play are buried.
That means that they are put into the graveyard and cannot be regenerated. That is not the right art at all. There we go. No, my goblets. My goblet.
It's only one. You think they would show more than one, considering it's supposed to be a Shatter Storm?
The flavor was not like at the forefront of their concerns back in the day.
All right, what we got here? Ooh, Demonic Attorney, aka Attorney. Attorney. Oh, haha! This is a proxy card, or not a.
Oh,
An
oh,
anti.
oh, an
An
anti
anti-card.
card?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
i.e., completely unplayable.
Back in the day, you would play for this.
All right.
Is this
so,
our rare?
I don't know.
Those symbols look like they're rare. The ones on Gatherer. I think this is our rare.
All right. It is for 2 black and 1 colorless. It is a sorcery. If opponent does not concede the game immediately, each player must ante an additional card from the top of his or her library. Remove this card from your deck before playing if you are not playing ante.
When you played
Wee.
for keeps.
Yeah, this is some serious stuff. You end up with like the guy's power 9 or something.
All right. Next up, good old fire breathing. 1 red for an enchant creature. Enchant creature has for 1 red give +1/+0 until end of turn.
I like this fire breathing way better than the new one. I like he's pointing.
I like the demonic attorney has like little horns and like a grumpy. Sorry, I'm back on the old cards. He's got like a little grumpy judge's face. But yeah, fire breathing. All right. Wata. God damn it. Planes.
Planes.
Really, they 2 lands. And,
Oh, there's lots.
There's going to be
lots of
more
lands.
land than just this.
Wait. Tap to add. Nope, not that one.
Nope. There it is.
That one. Tap to add 1 white to your mana pool.
Add 1 what? That's not a white. What is that?
All right.
A weird
Ooh.
symbol.
Original Unholy Strength. 1 black. Target creature gains +2/+1. With like the weird like Danzig metal album cover art.
This is the one with the flaming pentagram, which
All
was
right.
removed in Unlimited, which then it just makes it look like
No, in fourth edition it was
this,
that.
which is just a guy going, But the Unholy Strength, with the pentagram, was like, oh no, the
I guess-
demons.
I guess they were like, we want to downplay the whole,
Yeah.
Satan worship aspect of Magic the Gathering. Hey, old buddies. Scathe zombies.
Nice.
Hey, scared zombies.
So was that a thing that they put the rare just like in the middle?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
There's
don't
no
think
sorting.
Yeah, there's no sorting.
There they are. They're not very interesting. They are a 2/2/4/3.
Wee.
So boring.
All right.
They're not even bears.
I get another 1 drop. Wild Growth.
Oh, nice.
Enchant land. Whenever the usual mana is drawn from target land, Wild Growth provides an extra green mana source.
whenever the usual mana is drawn.
There you go, Graham. You get a card.
Oh,
It's
hey.
The additional the oracle text for that is whenever enchanted land is tapped for mana, its controller adds 1 green to his mana pool.
Yeah.
I prefer whenever the usual mana
Yeah.
is drawn. Jump.
Jump.
It's slightly more interesting than a basic land.
Oh,
Wrong one.
Jump.
Yeah.
Target creature gains flying until target creature is a flying creature until end of turn.
Yeah.
An instant for 1
I like
blue.
that in the picture the guy doesn't actually look like he is magically jumping.
No,
he just
he
looks
looks
like he's
like
actually like legitimately just jumping.
Oh, and now it is my turn to be disappointed.
Don't look ahead.
Swamp.
More
man.
lands. I figure there'll probably be at least 3 or
Wow, it's such a ripoff to have so many lands. And
Not that one. That one. Oh no, not that one. Who cares? All right, Paul.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. What does Paul get?
Forest!
No, we're up to 4.
Oh
Wow,
my
old
God.
Magic Boosters sucked.
Yep.
Was it serious
Well, the thing is
ripoff?
that like back then, like this was how you got your land.
Yeah, there was no
Well,
other way to get
Yeah,
land.
there's not really easy.
No, you get in a starter.
you get in the starter deck, but
But it was
there's some, damn it, island. All right, well at least the next one is good.
Ow. My elbow.
which island
Ooh.
is it? Wait, it's the Good Island.
Yeah,
Ah,
that's the one.
I remember
Ooh.
that from playing Revised. There's like one Good Island picture.
Terror.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's not bad.
Yeah, an instant for 1 and a black. Buries target creature. Cannot target black creatures or artifact creatures.
Yeah,
That's not even. There we go.
yeah. That's interesting. So they changed it to.
What was it in alpha? Is that what you put up?
No, I put it up. The one in Masters Edition, which I guess is probably the one from Alpha. Yeah.
What's it say in alpha?
Destroys target creature without the possibility of regeneration. Does not affect black creatures and artifact creatures.
Yeah, this one just says buries target creature. It's like describing what it does.
Yeah.
It buries target creature. That's good art. The guy hiding in the corner of the frame.
Yeah. All right. Final
Sorry,
card.
James.
Well, I knew that wasn't getting anything good after we pulled the stupid anti card.
Yeah. Iron Root Tree Folk.
Yeah.
3/5 for 5. That's it.
Graham, do you need that guy?
But it has.
I actually have a beta version of that guy in my Tree Folk Commander deck.
I remember this guy being like a serious bomb.
Oh, probably because I mean, look at everybody
He was
else.
he was
right?
the opposite of a he was like the opposite of a crawworm.
All right. The mating habits of tree folk, particularly the stalwart ironroot tree folk, are truly absurd. Molasses comes to mind. It's amazing that the species can survive at all, given such protracted periods of mate selection, conjugation, and gestation.
Gross.
Tree,
So-
tree
All right. Well,
boning.
it's safe to say I did not make my money back.
Nope.
No, Demonic Attorney is worth about $1 for
The
those.
the most
What about
serious.
control magic?
magic is like $2 probably.
Actually, yeah, control magic is probably worth more than your friggin' anti card.
Yes.
Yes. Because
But
nobody
that-
plays for anti anymore.
Nobody played for anti then. Like anti is a terrible idea.
Yeah, control magic is like $1 to $2.
Whee!
Good job.
Wow.
Oh well.
Thank you, Revised, for your 5 lands.
Yeah, there's a lot of lands.
So a third of the pack was land.
I wonder if
Yeah.
I can send it back to Watsy and be like, "Hey,
I have a complaint.
I have a complaint. I bought this pack and I only thought there was supposed to be 1 land in each pack. Why is there 5?
Where's
in
my
mine?"
Where's my rules card?
Yeah, where's my advertisement?
Where's my token?
Tokens, yeah.
All right, let's
So,
talk about
PAX.
PAX.
We,
But before we go, I have to leave.
All right.
okay,
it was
well,
nice
we'll
to-
do a brief break and then we'll talk about that.
Yes.
And
Wait.
wait. And Ninja Smoke.
Poof.
Huzzah, she's gone.
Whee!
Amazing.
Amazing.
We're magicians.
Right, so we got a chance to we set aside some time to play some Magic with some of our fans at PAX East because everyone's like, I want to play Magic against you guys, and we're like, we want to play Magic too. So on Sunday we all met down in the tournament area, and we asked them to set aside some table space for us, which they kindly did, and we played a bunch of Commander. Well, James played a little bit of Standard initially.
Yep.
And then we played, we sort of split up, and I played a game of Commander with 5 other people, and Kathleen played a game of Commander with 5 other people, and James played a game of Commander with 5 other people,
No, 7 other people.
with 7 other people, and then Kathleen got killed from her game and joined a game with a bunch of other people further. And, 1 second, in my coat. Then, we played a whole bunch. It was the first outing for my the Forest Itself deck, which you will have heard about last week.
2 weeks ago.
Sorry, 2 weeks ago when we were talking about Commander. And it was pretty entertaining. I was playing against a bunch of different decks. There was 2 particularly entertaining plays that I wanted to share. One of my opponents at the end of turn for the player before him cast White Sun Zenith for 5/2/2 cats with with a Cathar's Crusade in play.
Uh-oh.
So each of the 5 cats sees the other 4 cats enter the battlefield and itself. And so each cat gets 5 +1/+1 counters. So it was 5, 7, 7 cats.
Simpties.
Yeah. Then he, on his turn, he then untapped and cast True Conviction, which gives all the creatures he controls double strike and lifelink. And he's like, well, the best thing to do is just to take someone completely out of the game. So he just aims them all at a player that had he'd been like bouncing and recurring his Stoneforge Mystic, was getting just a handful of equipment, had a Sun Titan out, doing really goofy stuff with the equipment. It was just like, they all attack you. And he was like, looking at the math, even if I block, no, there's no way, I'm just dead. And so he starts scooping up his cards, and the player who attacked went to calculate his life gain from the lifelink and was like, all right, so I gained this much. And the player who was scooping up his cards said, no, because I didn't block, so I die after first strike. Your creatures do not deal their double strike damage. You only gain half that life.
Nice.
Which I thought was really funny.
With my last breath, I shall spite you.
Yeah. But then the other entertaining play was that I ended up winning the game unintentionally, to be perfectly honest. I'm going to ask you to throw some cards up here, Paul. So I mentioned last time that my commander was the Sapperling of Kalfanor, but that's sort of incidental to... Sorry, the Sapling of Kalfanor, but he's sort of incidental to this. In play, I had 2 other... so there's my commander. He was great, by the way.
Yeah.
Having an indestructible commander is
She's
not
a
nothing.
lady.
Oh, sorry, pardon me.
Lady tree.
I had 2 other legendary tree folk in play. I had Nemata, the Grove Guardian,
And I am.
N-E-M, who has an ability that if you can sacrifice a sapperling, to give all sapperlings +1/+1 until end of turn. So that becomes very relevant. And I also had Verdeloth, which is the other green mono green legendary tree folk, that just straight up gives all sapperlings and all tree folk
He's full of Verdeloth.
+1/+1. VERD and Verdeloth? No,
Verda.
It's got to be, there we go, Verdeloth the Ancient. So he has an ability that gives all sapperlings and tree folk +1/+1. So the other relevant card on the board at this time was Pandemonium, which the player with the mono red goblin deck had. And what Pandemonium does is whenever a player casts a creature spell, whenever it enters the battlefield, whenever a creature enters the battlefield, that creature's controller may have it deal damage equal to its power to target creature or player. So we were doing all sorts of stuff, and like someone else had like pain magnification that like whenever a player takes 3 damage, they also have to discard a card. So someone would be like, I play this 4/4, I target you with 4 damage, and you have to discard, and it was a whole crazy mess. But the reason Pandemonium is relevant is because the player to my left had a Bogarden Hellkite, which has a converted mana cost of 8, and I cast Death Mutation. So what Death Mutation does is it destroys a target non-black creature, which the Bogarden Hellkite definitely was, and I got an amount of sapperlings equal to the converted mana cost of the Hellkite, which was 8 sapperlings. So as I'm going to have them enter the battlefield, I have to work out what I'm going to do, because each target happens individually, so I have to work out what I'm going to target with all these sapperlings as Pandemonium. And I'm like, I have a handful of 2 power, I have a handful of shock, basically. I can just do 2 damage to a bunch of things. But then, as someone else at the table points out, they're actually 3/3s because of Verdeloth. So it's actually 3 damage. And furthermore, I have a sapperling in play from something else. And if I sacrifice that sapperling in response to the enter the battlefield triggers, then these guys are all entering the battlefield as 4/4s.
Wait, why were they entering as 2/2s to begin with?
Because sorry. They were 1/1s, 2/2s because of Verdeloth. Sacrifice the one on the battlefield, they enter as 3/3s. Sorry, I got ahead of myself in the number math there. So sapperlings are 1/1s. You get 1/1s from this card. But they were entering the battlefield as 2/2s because of Verdeloth, and if I sacrificed to Nemata's ability, they were all entering as 3/3s. But the thing is, you can chain that. So I sacrificed the one on the battlefield and had a 3/3 sapperling enter and did 3 damage to a creature. Then, in response to the Pandemonium trigger, or in response to that trigger coming in, I then sacrificed that sapperling to Namada's ability, making all the ones on the stack now 4/4s.
Right.
And when the next one entered, I did the same thing, meaning that the next sapperling would be a 5/5, and then a 6/6, and then a 7/7, and then an 8/8, and then a 9/9. I think that's as high as it got. And what it meant was I started to just target creatures and then realized that since every sapperling was basically, I could just dome somebody for a one number increasing amount of damage, and there was already 2 players out of the game, I could just burn out the 2 remaining players. Well, the 3 remaining players just to the face with this sapperling Pandemonium damage.
Nice.
And
then at the end, you'll end up with just 1 2/2 sapperling, but that's okay.
yeah. And so I ended up winning like that. It was not my plan to win that game, or to win like that. I just didn't want that guy's Bogart and Hellkite sticking around. But that was pretty entertaining.
Sweet.
Speaking of entertaining, so Paul, I'm really excited to tell you about this because we haven't told Paul about this either. So he's hearing it just as you guys are. So our friend Mike Gills, who worked for the promotions department at Wizards of the Coast, was leaving to start a new job at Microsoft. So this was his last sort of big event.
Yeah.
And he wanted to go out with a series of bangs.
Yes. One every night.
And so they did some very entertaining limited events. You can probably clear Death Mutation off there. We only participated in the third one, but I wanted to tell you about the first 2. So on the first night, they did a booster box draft, which is that typically in a draft, you have a pod of 8 people, and you each have 3 packs, and you open them, and you make your picks, and you pass them around, and you build a deck out of the 45 cards you end up with. In this instance, every player opened a booster box worth of cards.
M13 to be specific.
Yes, of M13. They opened 36 packs.
42
each.
actually, because he found
Oh,
an
right.
extra pack or found an extra box at the end.
So they just split
and
them up.
Split them up.
Yeah. So they built a 40 card deck out of 42 packs of cards.
Then did they draft them?
Yeah, they drafted them.
Yeah.
It must have taken so
Yeah,
long
They
to draft.
never played a game.
It took about 3 hours. I
one-
arrived.
Finding the best card out of 36 packs
Yeah.
and and then pass the entire thing along. Oh god.
So that was the Friday night. The Saturday night I think is my favorite. And there's no way we'd be able to try this, but I really, really want to someday, which was, now he's from the promotions department, so he calls a booster box a display. It's a display box, the kind, because you flip them up and you display them in the store, so he calls them displays.
Yeah.
And so you've heard of Pack Wars. We talked about it recently on Friday nights. They were playing Display Wars, which was everyone opened an entire booster box, shuffled in 120 land, and that was your deck. But the trick was that after each game, any spells that you cast, that were on the battlefield or in the graveyard, I don't think it counted your hand, but anything on the battlefield or in the graveyard was exiled from the deck. So the deck got better as it went because the land ratio worked out better, and then it got worse.
Yeah.
And you ended up with a deck that was mostly land.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well,
So-
but didn't the land also get
Nope.
exiled?
No.
Oh,
You shuffled the 120 land back in. So you start with a deck
so the
with
last
not enough
game was
land.
just 2 land decks fighting each other.
Yeah, I don't even know. I doubt they got. Again, they started these things so late that I doubt they managed to get too far into
that when
it.
they played games though.
Yes, absolutely.
So then on the last night, the format that the name we came up with in honor of Mike Gills was the Mega Gillian's Rotisserie Draft. That I'll let James explain.
Okay. So from what I understand, Mike Gills brought 6 cases of Magic the Gathering M13.
Yep. So we had
in every case is 6 booster boxes.
yeah.
So he went through quite a few in the first 2 nights, and I'm sure for other promotional needs and whatnot. But what he was left with is what we played with on the Sunday night,
Which was 25?
26.
26
There were 26 remaining displays left
of M13.
of M13.
Booster boxes, 26 booster boxes of M13.
Which each had 36 packs in them.
Yes. It was like 15,000 cards. We proceeded, about a dozen of us, I would say, at any given time. People came and left and whatnot, but the majority, what took us about 2 hours at the very start was we opened every single pack, organized them by color, and then broke into teams and organized the colors into the specific cards. So every card was their own stack. So if you follow Graham on Twitter, or I think even myself or other people who were there, Marshall was there, Dave Guskin was there, who else was there? Rashad was there, Mike Gills was there,
Dan Emmons
was there, Kathleen was there, and there's a couple other WotC people there.
Chris Kuritz.
Yep. I can't remember.
I don't know.
So anyways, we broke into groups and organized these by cards. It took about 2 hours to open every card and organize it. And then we laid it out on the ground.
Yeah.
And then
Marshall was saying that it's an idea that sounded more fun
then
to talk about than it was to do.
to execute. So
It's just like an orgy of just
Oh
like.
god, it was so much. My arm,
yeah.
my right shoulder got sore from like reaching across the table and putting cards in piles.
it was not the best use of 2 hours
This was
of my
like
life, but
I look at this like a like bacchanalian like just Roman excess
yeah.
of like, or even today when you're just like it, like you're so wealthy that you're just like, I want some chocolate, bring me a bathtub of chocolate.
Yeah.
When you're just like, it's this such an excess that it's ludicrous.
Yeah.
So then
after we organized every single card by name, 15 pieces of paper were put into one of the empty boxes with a number on it, and everybody picked a number. And your number was the draft order. So 1 through 15, we snaked it, so it went 1 to 15, and then 15, 14, 13, 12, and back to 1. So it didn't go 1 to 15 and then back to 1. Because obviously the person who picked 15th is going to get sort of the raw end of the deal. So they get to pick twice. When you picked your pile, you were not picking an individual card, you were picking the entire pile.
So it's like, I will have,
for instance,
this. So well, you got to go first.
I got to go third.
Oh,
So I went third. I believe first pick was Sublime Archangel,
yeah.
of which I believe there were 6 and a foil.
Mm-hmm.
So whoever got that just walked away with 6 Sublime Archangels.
And you can
a foil.
play, and in draft,
And in
play
draft,
more
you can
than
play
4,
as many as you want. Pick 2 was,
I don't recall.
I think it was Jace.
Yeah. Pick 2
I
was
think
some
it was
Jaces.
Jace, and I think there was
4 or
like
5 Jaces.
Yeah, 5 or 6. I think it was like 5 or 6. I think it was like 5 or 6 of most Planeswalkers. And then it came to me on pick 3, and I picked Thundermaw Hellkite.
Which I feel was the smart move.
Yeah, there were 8 of them, and they are far and away the most expensive card in the pack.
They're like $30
They're
each.
$30 each. And at that point, it was probably 1 o'clock in the morning, and I had spent 2 hours sorting. I was like, I'm going to get my money's worth.
You're like, we're never actually going to end up playing this.
I was sorting the green pile with Marshall and Rashad, and we were like, I think we're going to be value drafting this because we're probably never going to get to actually play a game.
Yeah.
And yeah, we sort of worked out what we thought would be the best picks for that. Sadly, we all drew pretty poorly. I was the first one to go, and no, Rashad was the first one to go, and he went 7th, and it took until I think it was the 6th pick before someone was like, "Oh hey, there's like 16 Thrag Tusks."
Yeah.
That's like $240 worth of cards.
Yeah.
Were you missing any cards? Like, was it a complete?
No, there was.
Oh yeah, no,
it was more. It was definitely at least one complete
yes.
set.
Oh, yeah.
I'd say there was 4
I would
complete
say
sets.
it was, probably close to 4.
I think the lowest number mythic we had was a Johnny Caller of the Pride. There was
And with 4
of him.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if you want a complete set of this was 26, and we had probably 4 full sets. So you buy like eight boosters, you're sure to get a full set.
Yep, absolutely. It was pretty insane. So
Oh my God.
So we sorted.
The idea is, by the way, that you're still supposed to make a 40 card deck out of this.
Yeah, absolutely. So we sorted till about 1 o'clock in the morning, and then we drafted till about 3 o'clock in the morning, because you had to work through all 220 some odd cards, which definitely took a while, and people dropped throughout. Like, people were like, "I'm done. I don't want to do anymore. Don't give me any more cards." So we got to 3 o'clock. Everybody was like, "All right, let's play." And I think there were more people playing that night than the first night when they did the big draft.
Some people definitely played.
But
We did not.
we did not. I watched
You didn't get to play your 6 Thundermaw Hellkite deck.
8.
8.
It was going to be so my turn.
What was your deck going to be?
My first pick was, my idea for my deck was 8 Thundermaw Hellkites, and then I wanted to get Searing Spear.
Just fill the rest of the deck out with Searing
Just
Spear.
the rest of the deck. So 8 and 15 and then land. But
Because there were enough. There were like
there
15
was
Searing Spears.
there was probably like 60.
Because they're common.
Because they're
Like,
common.
I think it was like 75 or 80.
To be honest, a better deck would have probably just been 23 Searing Spears, but why would I not play the Thundermaw Hellkites? But Dan Emmons snaked me on those before I had a chance, so my second pick was the 5 Chandras. And then my pick after that...
5 golden rings.
Oh, crap. What was I... What did I take after that? Possibly, like, Crimson Muckwader. I know I took, like, Crimson Muckwader. I took Mark of the Vampire. I took Blade Tusk Boar.
Kathleen ended up with a deck that everyone wanted to try because pretty much everybody was value drafting, but secretly they wanted to try the Timberpack Wolf deck.
Yep.
Because when Kathleen picked Timberpack Wolf, everyone was like, "Oh, I wanted to try that."
Yeah.
Because it's like on turn 2 a 2/2, on turn 3 a 2/2, and now you have 2 3/3s. On turn 4, 2 2/2s, and now you have 4 5/5s.
Or then
No,
there's
4
fours.
4/4s.
Pack Wolf.
Because they all buff each other, so it's like Pack Rat. Can you imagine a deck that's
Like
just
a-
23 timber,
Like a bigger Pack Rat.
24? You can run 16 land in that deck.
I'd probably run even less. I'd probably go 15.
You only need
I
like
only need...
like four land at max.
I'd maybe want 6, so on turn 6 I can cast 3 of them.
Yeah,
It was insane. Like, it was
Ludicrous.
the stupidest, silliest, but funnest thing I've ever done with Magic cards since
My-
I
And
got
you
back in the game.
didn't even play, though.
my
I didn't even play.
My plan was I'm still going to put my deck together because I have the cards. My plan was mono black, Liliana's Shade for some ramping, Duty Bound Dead to like just block early, and then Essence Drain, just Essence
Yeah.
Drain.
Was
Essence Drain, Essence
were
Drain.
everybody's decks just like 3 cards?
I think that's the way to play it.
Yeah,
if
the
you're going to do
majority
this.
of them were just going to be
Your deck's going to be consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that seems like that'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, it's too bad that Mike Gillis kept starting them all his special things too late for anybody to actually play.
I mean, they were working, right? So that's all you could do.
yeah.
I would love to do that again. Maybe like a box to each person there. Maybe 2. So let's say we do it with like 8 people. We have 16 cases or 16 booster boxes.
Right.
And we do the same thing. Like, I really do want to do the rotisserie draft style. I don't want to do anything else. And started at like noon. Yeah. Not 10 or I think it was we started at like 11.
Yeah.
It was a bad idea, but it was a lot of fun.
But yeah, the basically like the just as I say, there's like this like just disgusting decadence of like cracking all these packs.
If we don't use them, we have to take them home.
I don't even want to know. Like, I left the majority of the cards that I picked in my hotel room
Yeah,
because
me-
I was like
too.
I had to jam one of the boxes full
Yeah.
of these cards I had, and they just took out what I wanted. Oh no, I know what my second or third pick was. It was Slumbering Dragon.
Oh right.
'Cause
Right.
that would be
that
awesome.
That stops people from wanting to attack you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. Oh man, Slumbering Dragon.
And
Yeah.
then just hold them.
Marshall
off.
and Rashad and I went. We did a triple split
Yeah.
for value. So we were like trying to figure out what cards to take. So we ended up with like I was like, I'll pick Drowned Catacomb. And because we were telling Dave Guskin because he was tracking it all.
Yeah, how many
just
there
for trivia purposes. I was like, I have 24 Drowned Catacomb. do, and they're worth like $4 each.
Yep.
It seems all right. And I ended up with like that and like Dragon Skull Summit and Gilded Lotus and Mutilate and just ridiculous. Just a ridiculous.
It was. Stupid.
I hesitate to call it a format.
It was not a format.
It's just so silly. I know that Marshall's going to be talking about it on Limited Resources. Probably actually the episode he recorded last night, and you'll be hearing this next Friday. So this is like last week's episode,
Or maybe it's this week's episode. I don't
maybe
know.
who
I haven't
knows,
listened
but
to it.
I know that he's planning on talking about it on the show.
Yeah.
Just as like an entertaining story. Not certainly not. He's certainly not going to be doing any draft
He's not
strategy.
going to break down the meta.
Oh my god. It wouldn't be that hard though.
It wouldn't.
Like Thragtusk seems good,
Yep.
right? Like I still think that like 26 Searing Spears and some mountains would probably get you there.
Yeah, but so does a Mind Sculpt deck.
Yeah. I mean, I was like, Dan, all you need is like Searing Spears and mountains, and he's like, no, because you got to cast like 7 of them before you're gonna kill someone.
yeah.
And I'm like, well, yeah, but
Yeah.
so you need like what 5 turns to do that?
Yeah.
Like turn 2, turn 3, turn 4, turn 5. Okay, so on turn 6, if you curve out perfectly, which shouldn't be hard,
No.
you can cast your 7th Searing Spear on turn 6.
But the thing is, you're not interacting at all until turn 6.
Correct.
So there's a lot of decks that can kill you before turn 6.
But you can also use it as removal if you want to.
That's true.
Yep.
If you need to, if you have to. You can go the distance if all you're drawing is Searing Spear.
It's true. So that was our Sunday night.
Nice.
It was a little insane.
It's almost too silly,
It is.
but it was a fun time. So thank you for that, Mike. Yeah, that's all the time we have this week for Tap Tap Concede. But next week, I don't know what we'll be talking about. Right. Next week we're going to talk more about Commander, because previously we said that we would look into gate crash cards that would be relevant in Commander.
Right.
And then we did not do
Yeah,
that.
we did not do that.
So
Somebody's going to have to put in some research.
We should also... Everybody came up with awesome Yellow Jacket
Oh!
cards.
of course, the legendary lands, the Yellow Jacket lands. We didn't look at those. Okay, we'll have to address that next week. But you guys have done some amazing
Do we want to...
Yellow Jacket legendary lands.
To set a challenge for a new card? Because the Yellow Jacket legendary lands...
Those are really good.
Those are really good. So I'd like to do like that. I think that was really successful. I'd like to try another one.
Should we set one for this week and then judge both of them for next time?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a card based around what we did on Sunday night.
Ooh.
Like a card for booster box.
Like a artifact card for a booster box. I don't know what you would.
Or maybe make like Mike Gills.
Mike Gills.
Actually, yeah, Mike Gills. Let's say Planeswalker Mike Gills.
Ooh, Planeswalker Mike Gills.
Nice.
I
Let
like
me
that.
see if I can find a.
What?
I just want to check if there's actually a picture of him on, not Gillis.
There'll be pictures of him around.
Yeah, if you Google image search, he's the bald guy with glasses.
Yeah. He is the what was his title?
He was the promotions manager.
Yeah. So the promotions manager. So there you go. Planeswalker, Mike Gills.
Yep.
Either I guess you could draw a picture of him or use a Google image search picture of him. He might see them, so don't be too insulting. Because he's an awesome guy.
True.
All right, and we will judge that one
Wait.
and also Yellow.
No, we
Jacket.
won't. How would that work? I just realized this podcast goes up later in the week, and then we record a day later. This will be judged the following. We have to work.
I guess we do, yeah.
If this goes up on Thursday,
Right.
and then we record on Friday, that only
Right.
gives them one day.
Right.
So this will be actually.
That's fine. This works. We'll
Yeah.
stagger it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have until not next episode, but the episode after that. So
WotC really needs to start hiring more awesome people named Mike, because they're losing all their cool mics.
it's true. They've lost 2.
Not cool. Not cool, guys.
Jeez.
Come on, get it together.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening to Tap Tap Concede, and we will talk to you next time.
Talk to you later.
Bye.